Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Steve Penn. Back at it once again. Shout out to all my new subscribers, man. I appreciate y'all, man. For those that know me, or all my subscribers that has been following me, know that I have a segment on my channel called "Why I Wrote This Song," and so today I'm gonna be discussing and giving you the background details of why I wrote the song. Queen Creator for Dodash. Shout out to Dodash. Um, I basically started following Dodash maybe close to a year now, and I was in a dark place, working at my job, my 9 to 5. I worked all my life, but this particular time, man, in my life, I was contemplating quitting my job because it was taking so much out of me. I'm a single dad of 3. My kids live with me, and they're very young. And so I was working 12 hours a day, doing physical labor, something I always did. But this time around, man, it just didn't sit well with me. And I was contemplating on quitting, and not for YouTube, just to be there for my children, just to be there and be there for their activities and things like that. And so I started just looking for advice. I started seeing if there was anybody else that felt the way I was feeling. I was getting depressed. My creativity was like just getting shot because I wasn't using it. And I felt stuck. I felt trapped. And for those that know me know that I'm not from Atlanta, but I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm originally from Connecticut. So me being away from my family, all my family's in Connecticut. My mom, my dad, my brother, they all live in Connecticut. And it's like, I'm saying to myself, when am I going to be able to see them again? They're getting older, and within the last year or so, I lost a few family members. And so with that, with the added stress of just being a single parent, um, I was wondering if there was anybody else that felt like me, or is it that I'm lazy, or why do I feel this way? I mean, I was getting very depressed. And so yeah, I started scrolling through YouTube, and I found out that there was other people going through the same thing. But when I ran into Dodash's page, it's just something about her that stuck with me because she was saying exactly how I felt. Like, man, and I just kept listening to her. This is months ago. I had no idea about writing a song or nothing. That wasn't even a thought. But she was inspiring me, and I didn't even really realize what was happening. And so I do music. I make music. I never want to get on YouTube and just talk about what everybody else is talking about. And if I do talk about it, I want to be able to say it in a rap, right? And so a lot of my songs that I have is about something like you're probably never gonna hear a song from me talking about just mediocre stuff. I got songs like "Put the Guns Down," "Please Don't Blaze Them Up," "What Am I Supposed to Do?" Stuff with substance and meaning. So I wouldn't say that I'm trying to be a YouTuber. I really just want to share my content. But music is very hard to put in people's faces because so many people are doing it now. And so I kind of started getting down. I started feeling like, what am I gonna do? And I'm looking at people doing podcasts, and they're doing very well, and I'm like, I don't really want to do a podcast. I just want to share my music. So I started creating songs a while back ago for just people that inspired me. Dodash being one of them, but even before her, I made songs for Terrence Bud Crawford. I made songs for Bernie the Boxer. I made songs for Chubb Rock, even Kevin Samuels. You know what I mean? I made songs for them because it was something about them that drew me to them, and I think that's what a lot of people like about artists. You start knowing the artist, and then maybe that'll make you listen to their music. And I feel like that's why a lot of artists are becoming content creators now, because let's face it, people just ain't generally listening to your music if it doesn't have an image behind it, if it's not no video for it. They're not just gonna go on all the days. There's the MySpace days where, you know, you go to MySpace to look for new music. Back then it would have worked. But nowadays, everything being content driven, visual, it just makes sense to put something with your music. That's why a lot of people now, a lot of artists are pushing merch, and which is a great idea. But back to Doe Dash, I just felt real inspired for her. And as artists, we make music for people anyway, right? We make music for the general public. So I said to myself, I need to start making music theme songs for people that I love, that motivated me, that inspired me. And that's how I came up with Doe Dash. I was just in a dark place, man. I just felt like, man, this job is just putting a strain on my life. I'm coming home every day. I'm dirty. I'm really not making that much money. I'm doing enough. I'm getting paid enough just for me to come back. Just enough to keep me coming back. I guess that's why they call it a paycheck. Because they pay you enough to keep you in check, just enough for you to come back. And I start feeling like, man, if I can't live the way I want to live, if I can barely have the money after my bills is paid, then what am I doing here? And I'm not no young person, man. I'm 47 years old. And so for a while, I was thinking about doing my YouTube channel, but I wanted to inspire older artists. And I know that's Doe Dash's theme, which is why she, I have gotten attracted to her channel, because she's doing stuff that inspires older people. And I wanted to inspire older artists because people seem to think that music is a young person's game, but it's not. Music is a spiritual gift. You never get too old to do music. You might get too old to play basketball. You might get too old to play football. You might get too old to play any type of sport, physical sport. But music is God-given. It's spiritual. So, in the song, Doe Dash was saying, on her channel, what can you do to make you money by using your thoughts and creativity? How can you make that work for you? That inspired me, because that's all I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? And another thing I wanted to address, man, I started getting mad because I started seeing people hating on this girl about some course that, she put out, and some people claim it was just a video, and some people claim that they didn't even receive it. I don't know nothing about that, but these people just dogging her, man. I was kind of getting mad, man, because when I look at her videos, I learn a lot, man, and I learned it for free. I didn't have to go pay $19.99 to get substance out of Doe Dash. I didn't have to go to some YouTube guru to show me how to get more subscribers. I think that those people that did receive or did purchase Doe Dash's ebook or whatever it was, you guys should have learned a valuable lesson. I think she taught you a valuable lesson. To stop listen to all these different gurus, just like she tells you. Go out there and just create. I mean, she's giving you lessons every day. You didn't have to pay for it. I mean, now no knock on Doe Dash, because whatever she does, I want her to succeed. I'm rocking with her. But for those other people that's trying to get a quick buck, man, look what she's doing. She's just doing what she does. She's really telling you that. It's plain as day. You know what I mean? So, I didn't like that, man. And I didn't really never see her yet address these haters. But I decided to do it for her. And so that was the reason why I made Queen Creator. Also, I don't even know Doe Dash. I just know her as being an inspiration to me. I don't know her. I don't even know her first name. And I want to thank all the supporters that's been rocking with the song. The song will be on all platforms, on Spotify, iTunes, and all of that. And I did request to get Doe Dash's email address before I did the song, because as you can tell, as you can see in the video, that I use clips from her. And I know YouTube and certain content creators are very sensitive about who gets their product and put it on their page. So I wanted to give her permission, and so I reached out to her in the comments, but she never replied, and I didn't really expect her to because she got thousands and thousands of followers, and you can't really just you can't get you know you got to be careful who you give your email to and stuff like that. So I said to myself, I'm just gonna try it. I'm just gonna put it out there. I am gonna give her a heads up and let her know I got a surprise for her. And I also wanted to give her credit in the song, which I'm gonna leave a link to pre-save order um, in the description for Spotify, so that when the song is available on platforms, you guys will know how to go to my Spotify page and listen to it in full throttle for those of you that stream music. um, Let me see if I got everything that I wanna mention. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know, Doe, if you're listening, man. You know what I mean. If I can at least get your real name, I do want to give you credit. I think Spotify DistroKid is something that you might be interested in, because I think people listen to you even on a radio show as a radio host, and Spotify does a podcast too, and so I don't know how I can get in touch with you to put you as a writer on that song, because after all, I did use your voice in your clips, and I want to give you credit for it. I don't want nothing from it but to see you win, right? This is probably the last Doe Dash video that I would ever do, because I just wanted to get that off. I'm not trying to blow off her success, but I definitely appreciate the subscribers that's coming from her page, which I believe that they're coming from her page. Again, thank you all. Doe, I want to put you down as a writer on the song so you can get some royalties. It'll be on Spotify in a couple days. Hey, love y'all, man. Appreciate all the support. And I'm a small YouTuber. I don't have a lot of subscribers, but within the last day, for me dropping that song for Doe Dash, it did pretty cool numbers, man. I was only at like 320. Now I'm at, I think, like 470 or something like that. So that was a big jump for me, and I appreciate it. And again, you guys are gonna hear more from me. It's probably gonna be less me talking, unless I got a story to share. But more music, definitely. I'm gonna be putting together, and if there's anybody else out there that I see that inspire me, who knows what I'll do, musically. If there's a topic, I'd rather talk about real issues. I don't want to talk about the P. Diddy's and the Drakes and what's going on, because that's really not important. I always want my channel to be about substance. I always want my channel to be basically to inspire people like Doe Dash does on her channel, but also to inspire older artists. Artists that's 50 years old. Hip hop is the only genre of music that puts an age limit on what we can do. So I kind of want to stop that trend. And one more last thing before I go. Another thing that I love about Doe Dash is that she's raw, and that's what hip hop used to be. It was about substance. Yeah, we talked about NWA talked about what they talked about, but they weren't bragging about it. They were telling you the stories of the streets, of why you should stay away from it. Doing these certain things in the streets, whether it's gang related or whatever. But she's raw, man. She was pure, man. So I just wanted to write a song for her, and so that's how Queen Creator came about, man. So my name is Steve Penn. I want to share that story with y'all, man. Y'all have a blessed weekend, and I love y'all, man. Peace. Thank you. I'm out.